Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do my cost video for 2024. This is going to be the DVD portion mostly, but I'm going to do a quick little look at VHS too, because I only bought like maybe 5 to 6 VHS, so we'll do that right now real quick. So for 2024, I kind of really didn't really go towards VHS. I mean, I did have some VHS I picked up that I come across it and be like, yeah, I could add that to the collection. So I bought a total of 7 VHS tapes by the look of things. And those 7 VHS tapes, I'll tell you because it's a short enough list. I started the year with a $39 purchase, so $39.40 plus $10.60 postage. And that was WWF Judgment Day 1998. Now that's something I didn't have in my collection. Obviously I'm a fan of collecting the wrestling videotapes, so I spent a bit extra to get that one. I bought Elvis 25th Anniversary for $2. The Bodyguard, $3. Spice World, the movie, $3. Awakenings, $3. Beverly Hills Cop, $3. And Strictly Ballroom, 50 cents. And that's just about everything you need to know about VHS I spent this year. And the Beverly Hills Cop was a special... It was a special one. I'll show you that because it's right down here. I'll grab it real quick. So it has that old school look to it, and obviously it's some rental copy at a previous point in time. But that cover, I fell in love with that cover really. And then you have the video in there. Obviously this came from Phoenix Video Library, so that's where that came from. And yeah, I just had to have it in the collection. We'll put that right here for right now. But yeah, that's what I spent on VHS. And we'll go on to DVD now, because I know everyone's here for the DVD portion of this. So, I am still getting over my flu, so bear with me for a moment. But we'll go here. Now, obviously I didn't do a total for last year, so I'm not going to be able to compare this like I am going to... When I do the 4K and Blu-ray one, I'm going to be able to compare it against last year, what I spent, and show my progression of how much I spent, how much, like, I'm saving, whatever. But, I'm going to do that with the Blu-ray and 4K because I have kept totals over the years. This one, I really kept detailed logs this year. Now, I've managed to keep DVD to 2 pages. So that probably means there's about less than 100 DVD purchases. Now, the first portion of the year, I spent quite a lot on some wrestling ones. So I was adding like WrestleMania tagged classics, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Royal Rumbles, I was adding wrestling to it. So I spent a lot of my big portion of this year in the beginning of the year getting those wrestling tag classics. And yeah, it's like, I mean, yeah, that's the big purchase, tag classics. There's also some $40 ones on here, $45. I'm not going to go through and read the entire list just because it's going to be boring to just sit here and read a list. But I'll tell you some, like, I got Kenny vs. Benny Season 5 for $60 on eBay. Wrestling was the big part of the year. And then there was like, I got Bleach collections for like $3 and $5 a piece. Then, most of these are just from like Salvos or, Salvation Army, that is. And, op shops and stuff like that. Got them all for like $2, $3 here, there. But, the big portion of this was done in that early portion of the year. So, the first page here came to about $768.08. The second page here, which is basically this month, because, oh no, there's more over here from this month as well. So, a bit of everything. The second page was $47.50, so the grand total for DVD this year was $815.58. And the reason I wanted to keep it to only 2 pages was because, yeah, in previous years, I have heaps of pages, and, I didn't really feel like I needed to have everything in DVD. Now, it's something I'm pulling back on DVD because, room is a commodity, and I don't really feel like I need to have every single DVD ever made, at least not yet. But yeah, the idea for this year was that, oh, that rhymes. The idea for this year was that I wouldn't be going insane with it. I'd be very precise with what I wanted. Now, obviously, there were times where I splurged a bit, where I went into the Salvation Army and got things for $3 a piece or $2 a piece, or $2 for 3 DVDs. There's all this sort of stuff here. But there was one I got the other day that was, I paid, I think, $12.50 for 26 titles. This is what I mean about collecting DVD, you can get it pretty cheap. And, you know, when you see a deal like that, you're like, I have to jump on it. Like, that's a really good deal. And in all fairness, I only put $12.50 there because it was, you get a bag of whatever for $25. So I had CDs in there as well, which I'm not doing a CD totals. There's not enough CDs to worry about, but I had a bit of everything in that bag. So that's why I've calculated this way. So $12.50, that's about half for 25. I bought about maybe 23 CDs. And so, you know, it balanced out at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, there's a few select titles I got the other day in these 2 for 3 ones. So, like, I got Chris Angel Mind Freak Season 3, Cesar Milan's Dog Whisperer Season 1. You know, there's little things in here that I would say, like, yeah, this is kind of stuff that I wanted in my collection. I got Gone with the Wind, because obviously I'm doing that project with the CRT, and I'm trying to find more movies that are in the aspect ratio for a 4:3 television. So Gone with the Wind is one of those movies. Also, it's one that's pretty much cancelled, so it's kind of one that would fit with the era of the CRT. And I've never fully watched Gone with the Wind. I need to fully watch Gone with the Wind. I've watched it here and there. I've watched enough of the movie that I have basically watched the whole movie. But I've never sat down from start to finish and watched it. Like, I've watched scenes from it. I've watched things over time. I've watched from, like, the middle to the end. I've watched from the start to the end of the first segment. You know, there are different points I've watched it at, but I've never sat down and watched the entire movie because it's a 4-hour movie. But, you know, having that on the CRT, that's a good little project one. I also look for a lot of these ones that are, like, formatted the correct way for a CRT. So that's the big reason why I bought a lot of these DVDs in the later part of this year, because I was getting more 4:3 aspect ratio for the old CRT that I'm trying to do this project. I don't know when it's going to be done. I'm still playing around with it at the moment, but the wrestling looks phenomenal on it. I've been ripping my wrestling collection, and it looks phenomenal on the CRT because I'm doing it in a way that suits the TV. It's not having black bars. I've eliminated the black bars, which is a problem for so many people doing the same project. And yeah, I've been playing around with the idea of having a broadcast channel that I can set up, and it's a process. I haven't filmed one video of that yet, but I will show you at some point when it's ready. But yeah, I don't think we need to go through every title on here. I mean, I've mentioned things throughout the year, like the Jurassic Park DTSs, Heavenly Creatures I bought, Gorillas in the Mist, Terminator 2 DTS, which people said the DTS version of Terminator 2 that I bought, the metal book, that's apparently not the correct audio. Apparently there's a CVS one from 1997 or 1998. I can't find it because I don't know if it was ever released in Australia, but I will track it down at some point if I can. But for the time being, the DTS sounds phenomenal. Like, compared to everything else I've had so far, that is a phenomenal mix on that DTS DVD of, what is it, Terminator 2. And yeah, obviously there's a lot of movies here that were kind of just random pickups. And yeah, maybe let's grab the camera. We're going to do this a bit different because I'm not going to sit here and read a list. Let's clip that to there. Let's grab the camera out of here, and we're going to go through the book. So, in terms of focuses, there we go. So obviously you can pause this at any given point, and yeah, you can kind of see what I bought this year, because I don't really feel like sitting here reading it for half an hour. Let's go over here, and then this is the second page. So yeah. And then, yeah, you got some of these ones that I kind of squeezed down the bottom here to feed them into this list. And then, yeah, I kind of cut it off at that point. So let's go back into the mount, and we'll put it back over here, and I'll talk to you about all that now. So I just noticed that the end of the video cut off when I went round to stop it. When I was putting it back into the mount, yeah, it cut. So yeah, let's do that second part of the video again. Yeah, so I was going to say, so you can see this here in the DVD collecting portion of it. I've really pulled back on what I usually spend. Now, people say, yeah, you don't really have to be collecting all that much. Well, that's the thing, I have pulled back. In the past years, I bought probably 7 pages, 8 pages worth in that book. So this year is only 2. I've nailed it down to 2. Very simple to keep it there. And very selective. Now, there's stuff in there like Jurassic Park DTS. There's stuff in there like, you know, Terminator DTS, although people say that Terminator DTS is not the correct track. There's apparently a Terminator DVD out there with CVS, so the cinema sound, but I can't find that. It's earlier DVD, and they're not as available in Australia as they are in maybe the US, so I can't find that. I will search it down though. I'll try to find it. And, you know, I am going to continue to buy in the new year. I'm going to continue to buy DVDs. I'm really focusing on those tag classics because I think I've packed away my VHS collection under my TV, so they're in like drawers under my TV. So tag classics is going to be a way that I can really get a lot of those again and have them on DVD format so I can easily store them and they can be in my collection. I've also really focused on less is more. So what I mean when I say that is, yes, I can go out and buy hundreds of DVDs, but what is the purpose of that DVD? You know, there's a lot of DVDs I bought where I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to have it because it's cheap enough, and I believe I would love it in the collection. But a lot of it is like, okay, I'm doing that CRT project, so buy Gone with the Wind, it'll suit that TV. I'm doing that that CRT project, so like, you know, buy Dog Whisperer Season 1 because it will be formatted for that TV. Like, I'm trying to do it in a way that's kind of would suit certain projects that I'm working on. But also there's some there that I'm just like, oh no, I definitely want that. Like Monsters Ball I bought because I didn't have Monsters Ball in any form in my collection. So I was like, I need to have Monsters Ball. And, you know, great movie with Halle Berry and Billy Bob Thornton, you know, great movie. So this is the thing. I'm constantly looking at, with DVD, less is more. And that was my focus on the year. That's why I only spent, did I give the grand total? It was like 800 and something. So, you know, the grand total of that was, let's have a quick look. Get it accurate. $815.58. And what did we say for VHS? VHS I've been very picky with this year, like, to the point where I pretty much haven't bought any. Or only 7 of them, or whatever. $64.50 on VHS. But you know what I mean? That shows that I'm really being picky with what I buy. I will also say that I've really redirected that energy towards other parts of my collection. Obviously, gaming I've spent quite a bit on this year because I've been building that game collection. I've been buying consoles. I've been, you know, I bought the Vita. I bought games for the Vita. I bought Switch, you know. A lot of that was redirected from where I would typically spend on DVD, redirected over to gaming. And then I've also got the 4K and Blu-ray portions of this. I am going to film these either today or tomorrow. I might even film it on the back of this. I haven't decided yet. But these are already done. I've done the totals. I have literally added it all up. So I'm just going to check. Yeah, I've got a grand total, I believe. Yep, I've got a grand total for 4K. And I've got Blu-ray underneath. So I have added everything up. It is ready to go. And I will be doing that at some point. So stay tuned. I don't know when I'm going to post it. I don't know when I'm even going to film it. I might even film it right after this. I might press stop and say, you know what, I might just go for it now. But it will be posted at some point in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out for the Blu-ray and 4K because this will be the comparison with the year before. So I'm going to look at the totals, how it compares to the year before. I have enough data to do that. So that will be something to watch. If you're a fan of the collection and you're a fan of this, I will tell you how much I spent. And I will directly tie into a previous video I did, which I'm going to put over here, which was how much I spent on physical media. And if not, you can also watch this one down the bottom that I'm going to curate. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to put something down there. And if not, you can like, subscribe, drop a comment, and also follow the Instagram. I'm trying to get more followers on Instagram so I can eventually do more on Instagram. There's going to be stuff there in the new year that I'm going to do exclusive for Instagram. So be watching. And other than that, peace. I'll catch you in the next one.